Welcome. All right, here we go. Another unboxing special. Are you ready? We got a nice one here. It's heavy. It's a heavier box this time. Well, thank you for tuning in. This is the YouTube channel, Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G. I am your host, Master G, and this is part of our VideoGamesMonthly.com subscription service unboxing video. That's right, we subscribe to a service, VideoGamesMonthly.com. You sign up, pay them money, and they will send you a mystery box full of retro video games every single month that you get to keep. This Mystery Box Madness special, we're going to be unboxing our April 2021 box from VideoGamesMonthly.com. Now, here at the show, we sign up for what they call the 4-Up plan. That means they're supposed to send us 4 games each month for the low price of $39.99. You can subscribe to a 3-Up, a 4-Up, a 5-Up, or a Power-Up. I think that's like 10 games. You also get to pick your different consoles. So they'll send you games from a variety of different consoles going all the way back to the 70s with the Intellivision. And you can choose which consoles you want them to send you games for. You can also fill out your game library on your account profile. So hopefully they don't send you any duplicate games either. And you go from there. You sit around waiting for your awesome Video Games Monthly box to arrive to see what you've got, see what games you're going to be playing that month. Now, if you remember, we've recently changed our plans up a little bit. We used to actually subscribe to over 18 different consoles. Now, you see them there on the screen, but recently we've actually started to do theme boxes. And last month's box, the March 2021 box, that was our first attempt at a themed box. We did a Sega themed box, and it was a blast. So what we did for the April 2021 box is we changed it up a little bit more. We went with the Nintendo theme box. So this month's box contains only Nintendo games. We only give them 4 consoles to choose from this month. We said either send us games for the regular Nintendo, the original, the Super Nintendo, the N64, or the GameCube. So they had 4 choices: Nintendo, Super Nintendo, N64, or GameCube. I'm very much looking forward to what's in this box. Are you guys ready? Should we quit wasting time? Let's open it and see what we got. Now, first they like to give you some goodies. And I'm going to pull out the cards. Oh, look at that. We got another 1-Up. You guys know just about every box that we've ever received from Video Games Monthly has an upgrade. And this month's box is no exception. Another bonus game. That means instead of 4 games in this month's box, there's going to be 5 games. It doesn't look like there's any goodies in this month's box. They didn't send us anything except a business card and a 1-Up. So maybe Video Games Monthly, maybe they forgot to send us the prize. Usually it's like, like a bottle opener or like a pin or like a sticker, something like that. Nothing in this month's box. So that's that. Okay, let's get to it. Let's see what games we got. Game number 1. Ooh, classic Nintendo. I know that cartridge. Boom! Ooh, look at that. Slalom for the original Nintendo Entertainment System. Game, I believe, that came out here in North America in 1987, I think. And one for the sports genre. Now, Slalom's a pretty addicting little arcade game. It's fun. It's easy to pick up and play. So what video games used to be. Games. You sit down for 20 or 30 minutes. You have a blast. That's the kind of game that Slalom is. You can pick it up. You can play it. What do you do in Slalom? Well, you're a downhill skier. You climb Mount Nasty there. I think that's what it's called in the game, right? The mountain, Mount Nasty. You pick one of the courses. Obviously, there are different difficulty levels. And then, you do your slalom. You got to ski down. You get points. You can go over ramps. Occasionally there's trees in your way. Other skiers you can run into. And it's like one of those classic racing games from that arcade era where you just try to get to the checkpoints before the time runs out. I think it gives you more time and you keep going. You got to get to the bottom of the mountain. So that is Slalom for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I think this will make for a good live stream. You guys know we like to play all the games that we receive from Video Games Monthly live on our channel, Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G. I think this one's going to be fun. Now, if you've tuned into our Mystery Box Madness special before, we usually rate the games they send us and rate the box that they send us on a few different categories. One of the categories is the condition of the game itself. Video Games Monthly usually sends games in pretty great condition. The only damage with this one is somebody had a price tag on that back sticker there. But the pretty cart label and top label are in pristine shape. And it looks like the pins are in fantastic shape as well. This is a black box game, so it's very old. One of the original games for the Nintendo Entertainment System. So I'm going to go ahead and call this in great condition. I think this cartridge is what I would consider collector quality. Definitely meets my standards. So great condition. Now, you get a point if you score great or good condition. You do not get the point if you score fair or poor condition. The other thing we like to rate these boxes in is the genre variety, because that's something that matters to me. I subscribe to these boxes so I can build my collection, but also so I can find great content, new games to play on the stream here on the channel, Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G, things to share with you. So I'm really looking forward to getting 4 games every month from 4 completely different genres. If you repeat a genre, I'm going to take a point off. You're not going to get the full point for that month's box. So this is one for the sports genre. I guess you could call this racing, perhaps. I think I'm going to call it sports. Maybe sports or racing. Whatever. We'll decide later. Another category is the console variety. We signed up for 4 consoles. We expect to get at least one game from each of those 4 consoles in this month's theme box: the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the N64, and the GameCube. So you obviously got your first point for your first Nintendo game. And then, of course, the value. This game's pushing $10. I mean, it's like a $9.50 type of value game, so that's a good start. You remember, we only pay $39.99 for these boxes, so if they send us 4 games, or in this case 5 games, since this is a one-up box, we're kind of looking to get about $32 worth of value. You got to give them some kind of overhead so they can stay in business. So we pay $40 for the box. We expect $32 worth of games. So $9.50 game USD. That's off to a good start. All right, man. Let's see what's in the box for game number 2, shall we? Game number 2. Oh, it's another Nintendo game. They know me. They know me too well. This one is Star Voyager for the Nintendo Entertainment System. It's interesting they would send this because this is a game we are actually going to feature in Season 7 of the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G, which starts in just a couple of weeks on Monday, May 24th at 5 p.m. Eastern with the Season 7 premiere. We are going to get to this game a little bit later in Season 7, but they sent me a copy here in this month's box, so I'm pleased to share it with you. This is another game from the early era Nintendo games. This is like a first-person flight simulation shooter, so it's like a space shooter, but you fly around in outer space, you pilot a spaceship. It's from the first-person perspective. It's very confusing to learn at first, like to pick it up, because, in that 8-bit era, it was very hard to capture being lost in outer space. So distance, the stars moving by, you have to really get used to the map and your gauges when you're flying, because once you get going, though, once you get the hang of it, adjusting your speed and calibrating your position in the star field, it actually becomes second nature. But you fly around and shoot things up. I mean, that's about all I know so far. I haven't actually really played this one before. But I can tell you it's about a $5 game. So value-wise, we're still on track. I think it's in great or good condition. I mean, the sticker is in fantastic shape, so that definitely looks good. No complaints there. The pins are in great shape, so I think the condition in the game is pretty good. It's a different genre, so it's not a sports one. It's like a first-person flight simulator type of game, although in space. It's another Nintendo game. So you're not going to get a point for console variety. Remember, this is a Nintendo themed box. I said send me games from the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the N64, and the GameCube, and we've already got a repeat. So we got 2 NES games in this month's box. That means you're only getting 1 out of the possible 2 points so far for the console variety. But all in all, the rest of the categories are pretty good. I don't know, let me know in the comments what you think about this game. I mean, it looks really difficult. It looks ambitious, we'll say that. Looks like probably a little too ambitious for 1987 or 88 or 89 or whenever this game came out. Probably too hard to pull off from that era, but you got to commend them for trying. Did anybody have this game when you were a kid? Did you figure this one out? Were you able to beat it? I don't know how to beat it. I spend most of my time in this little video here that you see, just flying around looking for stuff to do. I found some space stations, I think. I don't know what to do with them. I'm shooting things, but I don't think they're enemies. I don't think I'm supposed to shoot that thing. So maybe with the instruction manual, you might be better off playing this one. So look up the instruction manual online and figure out what the objective of this game is. I know that's what we're going to do later in Season 7 of the NES Happy Hour. We always feature the instruction manuals. We read through them together. We play the game, among other things like cocktails and bar trivia and the whole 9 yards. So check that out, the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. About to drop Season 7 on you soon. All right, that's game number 2. I think we should get after game number 3, right? Let's do it. I got high hopes for game number 3. I don't know about you. Let's see what we got here. It's another NES game. Stealth. Okay, Stealth ATF. Oh man, another flight simulator game. This time you're not in space. You're in the cockpit of a stealth fighter jet, flying missions, military type missions. So it's a little bit different in that you're not in outer space. But I think for genre variety, this is a repeat. And again, for console variety, another repeat. First 3 games out of the box, all 3 NES games. There's only 2 more in this box. So you will not be getting the maximum amount of points for console variety because I'm still waiting for my Super Nintendo game. I'm still waiting for my N64 game. And I'm still waiting for my GameCube game. 3 up, 3 down, all NES games. And 2 flight simulators. So I don't know, this one, there were a number of games that are kind of like this one. I don't know. Let me know how you feel about this game in the comments. You can watch the little video there while I talk. I thought when I was recording these games that these games are pretty fun. I kind of actually enjoy them. They're tough to get the hang of, but I don't know. I kind of enjoy that like Top Gun type of feel. You know, it kind of reminds me a lot of that era of gaming. I rented some of those games before when I was a little kid, back when there were video game rental stores. I never rented this one, but it seems just like all the others. I don't know. Let me know if I'm missing something, if there's something different about this game in later levels. But it is pretty fun. It's pretty intense. It's pretty difficult to pilot that ship and locate the enemy bogeys to shoot them down. But we'll do our best when we play this game later on another live stream here on the channel. What can we say about this one? Cartridges in basically mint condition. Not a scuff, not a sticker, not a smudge on any labels. Perfect shape. Doesn't look like this one's been played very much, which kind of makes me think maybe it's not a great game after all, because usually you can tell. If they're well worn out, that means they were well loved. If the pins are in mint condition, that means nobody ever played this game before, and I have a feeling nobody ever played this cartridge that I have in my hands before. So maybe once or twice, didn't like it, didn't play it again. But I'm happy it ended up in my collection. I'm happy I get to share it with you on the show. Not a particularly valuable game though, about $3.50, somewhere in that range, according to PriceCharting.com. Another bad sign for the fun factor for the game. Those cheap ones tend to be games people didn't really like. You know, the more expensive games tend to be games people really enjoy having, because once they get them in their possession, they don't give them up. They don't want to trade them in. They don't want to sell them back to the local game store. Games like Stealth ATF, though, people play once or twice, send it back. That's why it's only a $3.50 NES game. But nonetheless, we have it in our collection, and I think our value's probably tracking right on track for a good average $32 box. But we got 2 more games in this box to go, so I mean, hopefully we'll get there. Unfortunately, though, 1 out of 3 points so far in console or system variety. 3 NES games so far. Only 2 out of 3 points in genre variety. We got a sports game, and we got 2 of these first-person flight simulator shooter games. So we only get 2 points for the game genre variety. Condition's been in great shape so far. I think 3 out of 3 on condition, but we'll see what's left in the box. We got 2 more to go. Let's get after it. Game number 4. Oh, finally. It's not an NES game. I can tell from the feel of it. Looks like our first GameCube game for this month's Nintendo-themed box. Well, I can barely tell what it is because it's got a big old ugly sticker on the corner. That's no good. Monsters, Inc. Scream Arena for the GameCube. Let's see how complete this one is. Oh, look at that. It comes with a game manual. How about that? We don't usually get instruction manuals. Oh, cool. All right. Getting ready, getting amped for the movie. There's like a little plug-in here about Monsters, Inc. The biggest DVD and video event of the year premiered September 17th. Monsters, Inc. Look at that. I was a little bit after my time. I mean, I was a Disney kid, but my Disney movies were from the 90s. They were still cartoons. I didn't get to the Pixar era. Maybe Toy Story was all the movie I saw before I sort of outgrew Disney as a child and became a teenager. But I definitely missed Monsters, Inc. Now, what is Scream Arena? Well, I guess it's in the sports category because more or less, as I understand it, this is a variation on a bunch of different ways to play dodgeball, which is to say that most of the point of this game is running around chucking kickballs at other monsters. I think that's basically the gist of it. I mean, I don't know if there's much else going on in this game. I think all the different game modes all have something to do with trying to peg other monsters with balls. That's right. So basically, this is a dodgeball game. I don't know what else to put it in besides the sports category. So that's, unfortunately, if we're counting Slalom as a sports game, we got 2 sports games, 2 first-person shooters. That's only 2 out of 4 in console variety. At least they picked up an extra point. Oh, I'm sorry. At least they picked up an extra point in console variety. Game variety is 2 out of 4. Now console variety is now 2 out of 4 as well. 3 NES games, you only get 1 point. And another point for the GameCube game. So I'm psyched. We got a GameCube game. So far, let's see what condition it's in. Not great. Well, at least we know this one was played, but probably by little kids who didn't take great care of it. I don't know if this is in poor condition. It's not in poor condition. The manual's in pretty good shape. But my God, I really hate when they sticker everything up. I mean, it's just annoying. It annoys the heck out of me to have stickers covering up the front of it. And that's on there so good. Like, there's no way I'm getting that off without chemicals. A lot of chemicals to get that off. So, considering what condition the NES games were in, and considering how they are like 20 years older than this game, I can't give them a point for condition. I think this one's going to get a fair. The disc itself is a little beaten up, like little kids were playing with it, didn't really know not to scratch and smudge and touch the underside of the disc. So we'll see how it fires up. But it is just a simple little sort of kids party game, competitive or against the computer. You just run around pegging each other with balls. So we're definitely going to play this on the stream. Oh, don't get me wrong. We're going to have a blast playing this on a Mystery Box Madness episode live here on Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G. But, it's a kids game. It's easy. It's fun. It's probably easy to pick up and learn, although I think there's a training mode, which I might need to use. Here's what it says on the back of the box. Make them laugh. Having learned the power of laughter, the monsters of Monstropolis have created a new training game to help them practice making kids laugh. And that training game involves them pegging each other with kickballs, because kids think that's hilarious. That's Monsters, Inc. Scream Arena, game number 4 in our April 2021 special Nintendo-themed box from VideoGamesMonthly.com. Complete in box. Value of this game, not as high as you would expect, but it's getting us on track to deliver $32 worth of games. Remember, there's 5 games in this box. So 32 divided by 5 is somewhere between $6 and $7 per game. And this is right in that window there. So right on track with the value. Not going to get a point for the condition of the game itself, though. And unfortunately, another sports game. So not a lot of game variety either. But there's one more left. Let's see what it is. Fifth and final game in this, the April 2021 Nintendo-themed mystery box is another GameCube game. Oh, look at that, The Sims. I'll bet we have a few fans out there of the Sims franchise. This one is The Sims Bustin' Out, and it is just the loose game. They didn't send the case or anything with it. Just the loose disc. Ooh, let's see. Oh, another one that's not in great shape either. Looks like all these stickers and labels are kind of peeling off the disc here. It's better. It's in better shape than Monsters Inc. Scream Arena, I'll tell you that. But I think it's just going to be a good condition rating. There's not much else to rate here. Disappointing that we got this loose disc just hanging out. Like, who does that? Who walks into a game store and just trades in like a loose disc? I don't understand where the cases for these games go, right? Like, how do you end up with just the disc and not a case for it? I mean, they all come in like DVD cases, right? I don't know, whatever. We'll give him a point. It's still in good condition, not in great, but not bad enough to take a point off. Loose, I don't know, maybe like a $9 game, something like that. That's pretty good. It's a little above average, on track for $32 box, so I think we're getting good value out of this month's box. I think from a genre rating, it's a simulation game. We don't have one of those. A true simulation, The Sims. If you've never played this before, a lot of it is just pretending to be someone else. No, I mean, you set up a couple of characters, a couple of avatars, a couple of Sims. They kind of have minds of their own. You program their personalities, you build them houses, you send them out. And they just kind of wander around and live their lives. They interact with other computer-controlled Sims. They develop relationships. You just watch. I mean, it's kind of like voyeurism, if I'm being honest. You know, it's a little weird. You're just like spying on these computer people. But I always enjoyed The Sims because the whole time I was playing this game, whenever I played it, I wondered to myself, I wonder if all of human existence is just like a game of The Sims. I wonder if there's some sort of gamer overlord out there in another dimension, and he or she, or whatever this godlike creature is just playing a game of Sims on a computer. And we are just The Sims, living in that computer world. I just happen to be a streamer. You know, maybe they gave me some nerd points. Maybe they gave me some charisma points. And, you know, as a Sim, I just naturally, became a video game streamer in The Sims world. How's that for an existential crisis, folks? Well, that's The Sims. This is Bustin' Out. I'm not really sure what the theme is. It looks like a lot of dancing and relationships. So I think this might be one of the more controversial Sims expansion. I know we're going to go to the club and do some fun things when we play this game on the stream. So we'll see what kind of shenanigans we can get up to when we do play The Sims Bustin' Out live on one of our live streams on Mystery Box Madness here on the channel. But you guys are gonna have to wait for that. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, turn your alerts on. You don't wanna miss out. You got a Sims fan out there, you're gonna wanna tune in for this one. I don't know when we're gonna play it, but I can guarantee we are gonna play it. We play all the games we receive in our mystery box from VideoGamesMonthly.com. Well, that was it, folks. That was 5 games in our April 2021 mystery box from VideoGamesMonthly.com. I think it's time to tally up the scores and see how this month's box stacks up against all the other boxes that came before. You guys ready? Let's do it. All right. Now, how do we rate each month's box that we receive from VideoGamesMonthly.com? Well, if this is your first time watching one of our unboxing videos, let me tell you all about it. It starts with console variety. I like a variety of consoles, and you can sign up for well over 18 different consoles. They will send you games from just about every console you can imagine. So I expect, since I've signed up for a 4-up box, when I give them 4 consoles, I expect to get at least 1 game from each console. This was a very special Nintendo theme box, and the 4 consoles we chose for this month's box were the NES, the original Nintendo, the Super NES, the N64, and the GameCube. Now, unfortunately, we did not get any games from the Super Nintendo or the N64, 2 of my favorite consoles. So that makes me a little sad, folks. It does. It makes me a little sad. They sent us 5 games. They even gave us a bonus game in this month's box. But of the 4 consoles, only 2 were represented, which means you only get 2 out of a total possible score of 4 in the console variety for this month's box. Not off to a great start. Now, the next category that we rate each and every month's box in is the genre variety. That's right. I like a good variety of types of games. I love them all, from fighting games to simulations to sports games to racing games to adventure games to platformers to RPGs. I love all of them, and these boxes give me a great chance to feature new and exciting retro games that I've never played before, that you may never have played before. I get to play them live with you on a stream, so I'm looking for variety, if you don't know by now. I signed up for a 4-up box. You gave me a bonus game. That's 5 total games in this month's box, and that means that we are looking for 5 different styles or genres of game. Now, unfortunately, how'd they stack up? Not very well, right? So we put Slalom in the sports category. We put Monsters, Inc. Scream Arena in the sports category. We got skiing. We got dodgeball. 2 games in the sports category. We got 2 first-person flight simulation games from the NES 8-bit era, Stealth ATF and Star Voyager. So those are duplicates. And then, of course, we got a straight-up simulation game in The Sims busting out. So that's only 3 different genres of game out of 5 possible total. So 3 out of 5 points in the genre variety category. Another average score. What's our third category, though? We always rate the games based on their condition. Now, I know that's important to you. You could sign up for this service yourself. You could go to videogamesmonthly.com. You could sign up, get yourself a box. You're probably wondering, I'm a collector, Master G. I don't want them to send me games that are in crappy quality because then I'll have ugly games on my shelf. And I'm going to have to buy a new copy of it, a prettier one, because I'm a collector. Well, rest assured, go back and look at all of our videos. We get a lot of games from videogamesmonthly.com, and they are usually in above average condition. In fact, in this month's box, we got 5 games. 3 of them I call great shape. Stickers were perfect. Pins were great. The only 2 that didn't get great ratings were the newer games, believe it or not, the GameCube games. Gave a fair rating for that Monsters, Inc. Scream Arena and a good rating for Sims busting out. Now, you only need a good or a great to get the point. A fair or poor, you do not get the point, which means in the condition of the games sent in this month's box, they scored a 4 out of 5. And then there's one more category. There's one more category, the value category. You know that's the category you all care the most about because you're going to be paying them money, right? $40 plus shipping and handling. You're probably thinking, yeah, I'm going to give them $40 and I'm going to get like $10 worth of sports games and it's going to suck. They've never even come close to that in our subscription boxes. I have no arrangement with this company. I made no arrangement. They don't pay me for advertising. None of that. I'm just a fan. I signed up for this subscription service years ago personally for myself, and now I do it with the business account just so I can play games for you, with you. So the value category is not typically a disappointing category. In fact, if you go back and look at all of our previous month's boxes, usually they score the highest in the value category. But you guys got to be fair. They're a business. They have to make some kind of profit, so you got to expect to pay them some kind of overhead. Now, I give them 20% for the purposes of scoring the box. That means we pay $40 for the box. We expect $32 worth of games. You keep that extra $8. That's the cost of doing business. Pay your staff, inventory, do some shopping. You got to buy all that packaging material and get everything ready, probably some warehouse space. I think a 20% overhead is fair, and it's right about what you get from my experience at least, in a box from videogamesmonthly.com. About 80% worth of games compared to what you pay for, right? $32 is what we're looking for. That's what you get that's what you need to get in order to get the full 5 out of 5 points. How'd they do? Right on. I told you. I nailed it. They must be taking a 20% overhead, because more often than not, I get a box of games that's right around $32. And today's box is no exception. Right around $32 worth of games. I call that a fair value. So I'm going to give them 5 out of 5 in the value category. That's it. That's how we score these boxes. We do it the same way every month so you can get a feel for what you're getting should you choose to sign up on your own for VideoGamesMonthly.com. I like to be consistent. I like to be fair. And I think we did a fair job this month's box. Let's tally up all the point totals and see the overall box score for the April 2021 very special Nintendo-themed mystery box from VideoGamesMonthly.com. Drum roll, please. Okay. 14 out of 19. Not a great box. It was an average box. I'm not gonna lie. I really got pumped when we got our first theme box last month when we did all Sega consoles. They did a great job with that Sega box. So I was like, okay, for April, let's do all Nintendo games, because I love Nintendo. And not the best box. Kind of a disappointing box. But we did get 5 games that are going to be really fun to play live on the stream. So I'm not disappointed there. We're going to get tons of entertainment value out of this month's box. But all in all, it's just about an average box. Kind of meh. Not terrible. Not a bad box. You know, not a box that'll wow you either, though. I mean, I'm not going to go telling everyone, oh, sign up for VideoGamesMonthly.com. Look what I got in this box. It's the best box ever. It's just about average. It's about what you can expect on the whole. If you subscribe to this service for about a year, this is about an average box. A C we'll give them. So that's the April 2021 mystery box from VideoGamesMonthly.com. Hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing special, and I hope you come back next month. What special theme do we have planned for next month? Well, we did the Sega theme. We did a Nintendo theme. For our May 2021 box, I'm going to do a Pocket handheld theme. That's right. We're going to sign up for Game Gear games from the Sega, Game Boy games from the Nintendo, Game Boy Color games, Game Boy Advanced games. There's 4 options, right? Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and Game Gear. All from right around the 90s, all classic retro games. I love Pocket consoles, handheld consoles from the 1990s. I hope you love them too, because next month's box is going to be nothing but handheld games. All right, that's the theme for the May 2021 box. Check back in a little bit. We're going to have another unboxing video. We're going to see what they send us in next month's box. But for now, that's it. If you guys watched for this long, you probably liked what you saw. So do us a favor, click that subscribe button. You can find a little watermark in the lower right corner of the video. A little neon light says subscribe now. Go ahead and click that. Hit subscribe. It's totally free, and we would love to have you as a subscriber. Do us another huge favor and like all our videos. Watch all our videos. Leave tons of comments for me. I love replying to your comments. I reply to every single one of them. So find a video you like. Tell me what you like about it. Tell me what you don't like about it. And leave me a comment on our channel there, Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G. If you feel so compelled, you can support us financially by joining the G Club. It's only 99 cents a month. Become a G Club member today for the low, low price of only 99 cents a month. You get yourself an awesome loyalty badge that goes up depending on how long you've been a G Club member. And right now, you also get a bunch of cool emotes that I've designed. Some emojis you can use in the chat. Exclusive emojis. And we're going to add more perks. We're going to add more designs, more things like that, more bonuses for our members, the more members we get. So if you really like what you saw today, consider becoming a G Club member today. Like I said, it's only 99 cents a month. Just click that join button. All right, guys, I think that's it. I think I got to go. I hope you enjoyed this, the April 2021 box from VideoGamesMonthly.com. I really enjoyed making the video, and I know I'm going to enjoy playing these games later, live with you here on our channel, Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G. We will see you next time.